Hey guys, Ray from Love You RV. I'm back with the update to the review I did on the LiONCooler. Now this is a fridge freezer unit, portable. Runs off of 12 volt or a solar panel, or you can plug it into a normal house AC outlet. And as promised, I'm back a few months later. I did my review in September and I've been using it the last few months camping in various conditions, so thought I'd come back and let you know. When we were back in British Columbia, we were fall camping quite a bit, so it didn't really need to take too much abuse as far as heat goes. But now we're down in the desert, and yesterday it was up around 86 degrees. So I finally got a chance to test it in a little bit hotter environment. And overall, everything's tested really good. Not a lot of change from my original review. You can see right now it's at 0 Fahrenheit. I'm using it as a deep freeze right now, and it'll go down to -4. That's what I have it set at. I find it fluctuates between 0 and -4. So I've got it full of meats and different things. There's some turkey that I ate the other night. I was able to freeze it, you know, frozen peas, meats, fish, that sort of thing. Keeps it all rock solid. So I really like to use it mostly as a freezer to expand the capability of our RV fridge. I don't need to stuff our freezer in there packed right full, and I can buy more in bulk now, bigger items. Also, I kind of like it if I'm not using it as a freezer, I can buy a big chunk of meat. With Thanksgiving recently, I was able to get some good prices on turkeys, and I was able to defrost the turkey in this thing, so I can leave it outside and slowly set it at a temperature around 36 degrees and slowly defrost the turkey, and I'm not eating up all that space in my RV fridge. So that's one use case that I've really liked. When I'm in the forests, I've been using it in the truck. I leave it inside the truck, and what I do for power, it's got its own battery. Find that lasts about 6 hours. That's that pull-out battery. But also have my little power station here, this Himson power box, and it is 740 watt hours. So it'll run this little freezer for about 4 or 5 days, maybe 6 days before I have to recharge things. So that's how I use it when I'm in country where there's bears around, because I don't want to leave this outside in bear country. So I lock it in the back seat of the truck. That's also how I travel with it. I put it in the back seat and strap it in with a seat belt. And while we're traveling, that's a really handy part of this battery. When the truck is off, this battery takes over and keeps the thing running. And then when we're traveling along in the truck, I plug the cigarette lighter socket here in, and the truck keeps it going. Then when we arrive at camp in, say, the desert or whatever, I pull it out, leave it in the shade, and during the day I have its little solar panel. It's got like a little around 90 or 100 watt solar panel, and that's enough to recharge its onboard battery and also run it while the sun's out. After the sun goes down, I can always go and plug it into the RV itself, so it's really worked out well. The wheels have stood up no problem. Really good quality wheel. And also some people had mentioned some other types that were cheaper than this. I kind of talked to the company that makes this, and he said the quality of the wheels on this one are much better, and he says this one uses an LG type compressor, 12 volt compressor, which is a little better quality than some of the other ones make. But that's really the only negative I have to say about it. The price is pretty high. It's over $700 this unit. So that's pretty pricey to pay for one of these. You can get some a lot cheaper, but it does have unique features, being the battery, the better compressor, and the wheels. The other thing that kind of might bother people, not too much for me because I leave it in the truck, is the fan noise. The fan runs quite a bit, and if you were in a small RV and you don't like that kind of noise coming out of the fan, it could probably drive you crazy. But we either are down where there's not animals that could get into it and it's outside, or it's actually inside the truck cab, so hasn't been a big problem for me. And lastly, I'll just mention they do have a newer model that's just out. This is their X model. They got one coming out with Pro. I think right now it's under some type of, Kickstarter program or something like that, where you can get, if you sign up to their Kickstarter, you can get a 30% off it or something. The difference is, you see this battery, just pull it out, module is a little different on the new one. It's a battery module that you can pull out and actually use as a battery bank to run your laptops and charge your phones and things like that. And it's a little higher wattage. This is 173 watt hours. The newer one is 193 watt hours. So a little bit bigger and a little bit more useful than the one that's in this one. Anyway, I'll link to the site and you can go check it out. But overall, I say I'm pretty pleased with this unit, and it's going to come in quite handy for our dry camping this winter down in the desert. Also, a quick note to my viewers. For a limited time, the Lion Energy UT1300 batteries that I've used for the last couple of years in my rig, are on sale, special sale for Love Your RV viewers. There's a special code you can find in the description below, and you can get 2 of them, the UT1300s, for $1,400, so that's about 30% off their regular retail price. Limited time only. I think it's only on for a week or so, but you can find the details in the description. Till next time, Ray from LoveYourRV.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers, folks.